Welcome to Trying Our Hardest with
Nate and Kevin.
and Kevin. And our special guest for today is Collin McLeaster.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Kevin. Special guest.
Hello, Kevin, too.
You're Kevin. No, I'm the original Kevin. It's me, Collin McLeaster, on the Trying Our Hardest
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
on the Trying Our Hardest podcast.
Podcast.
All right. So,
Podcast.
so before we get into today's subject, I just kind of want to ask you a few questions just to so our audience can get to know you a little bit. And we actually haven't done one of these in a fat minute. So first of all, I'd like to apologize to our listeners because Kevin and I, although our last subject was motivation, we both lack it severely.
Yeah.
So that was a major part of why we haven't really done this, but we're doing it now. So I'm going to give you guys a brief interview of who Collin is at the core. This is a therapy session.
We want to know the real you, Collin.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
What's
are
your
you?
purpose in life?
Yeah. Why
my
are you here?
purpose?
Why do you exist?
Because my parents,
Okay.
they already had a
let's
kid,
not-
and then
let's
they
not
wanted
get into
another
that.
kid.
Let's not get into that.
All right.
I met his parents last night.
Yeah.
They're really nice. They're kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
dude.
like to meet him again.
You can only meet somebody once.
They're kind of epic, dude. I don't know. They take care of me. They pay their taxes on time.
What's something you think more than anything else has had a big impact on your life? Like what's had the biggest impact on your life?
Dude, I don't know. My band teacher's pretty cool.
How is what has he done for you? Like, yeah.
Cause all right, it requires context. So I used to hate band class because my old band teacher, she sucked, dude. She was kind of stinky, if you catch my drift. And then he came along and he was like, geez, these kids are kind of garbage, huh? So then he taught me how to be mediocre. And now that I'm mediocre, I'm like, wow, music's kind of cool, huh? And now that's what I want to do.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's
And he also taught me how taxes work. So that's pretty good.
That was beautiful.
So you would say that he had the largest impact on your life?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Okay, so today's topic,
Yeah, let's get into it.
we're talking about nostalgia.
Yes.
We're gonna be building off that. So we're kind of just talking about stuff from our childhood
Indeed.
and how that's affected us in the present.
Yeah.
And how I still like my mom to tuck me in at night.
Do you really?
No,
Oh, I was gonna say that's cute.
it is cute.
It is cute.
I love my mom.
I
She
love,
probably would.
I love my mama.
You guys
She
have a
put-
nightlight?
I sleep with all my lights on.
I kind of do. This Christmas decoration that lights up at night, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little tree with little baby Jesus on it.
That's really nice.
It's really cute.
When I was a kid and my parents would go out of town, I had to stay at my grandma's, and she had this bird nightlight,
Yeah.
but it was freaky because when it lit up, it looked like it was gonna eat you. And so I hated going to sleep in that house
Yeah.
because she lived in the woods too,
Oh no.
so it was just super freaky all around.
I remember my parents would never leave me at my grandma's or anything like that because usually they'd be going to my grandma's to when they went out of town. So I would end up having to sleep on the couch at my grandma's, and the couch is obviously in the living room, but the living room has a really wide open window that looks into the living room. And I used to wake up in the middle of the night several times, and I'd think there was somebody standing there looking at me from outside. So sometimes it was really hard to sleep whenever I was at my grandma's.
That's mad freaky.
Mad freaky.
Mad freaky.
I was so easily spooked as a child. So my aunt, she also lives in the woods.
Why does everybody you're
I
related
don't
to
know.
live in the woods?
And they all live in different. Well, they both live in Fishers.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wooded where they are. So my aunt lives in the woods, and we were watching this scary movie one night about bears on another planet that ate a bunch of astronauts.
What?
So when I went to bed, I was staying over there, and we watched that movie, and I went to bed. And I thought bears were gonna break their windows and eat all of us.
Big spooked.
Big spooked.
Big spooked. Speaking of spooky movies that scared us, you guys remember Stay Alive, the movie about like the video game? The whole thing was like, if you die in the game, you die for real. That reminds me of a nostalgic story where I went to my cousin's
Isn't
house.
that Spy Kids 3?
I mean,
Yeah, I think it's canonically a part of the Spy Kids universe, yeah. But I remember going to my cousin's house, and I was like 4 years old probably, and they were. Did any of your like parents ever do this when you were like really young watching scary movies? They're like, all right, at the scary parts, you gotta close your eyes and look away.
I mean, I just kind of did that naturally.
Yeah. I hid behind a chair while I was watching Matilda.
Matilda's not
that
even
movie
scary.
freaky.
That movie scared me. That
That movie-
headmaster was like,
That
dude,
movie
she
did
was
not
evil.
scare me. That movie actually made me feel empowered. Like I thought I was the coolest dude ever. I was like, I'm gonna be like Matilda when I grow up. Those are just the facts.
Did you ever watch or read Goosebumps?
Yes. I used to read the books when I was like super young, and then I found out that they had a TV show, and I was like, oh my god, and I started watching it. I haven't seen the Goosebumps movie that just came out recently though. Have you?
I didn't know they came out with one.
Yeah, Jack Black is in it.
Yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah.
But I like the books better than the shows.
I don't know. I've always been this way. Like, I mean, obviously I can read just fine, but I've always had trouble reading simply because, I guess it's harder for me to visualize things whenever I'm reading. Like, the reading part's okay, but it's like the visualization that like puts me off. So I've always like preferred TVs or movies over reading.
The best Goosebumps was the one where you got to like choose your own ending.
Yeah.
Like there were like 50 different parts to a story, and I would just read it front to back. I wouldn't even like go in order. So it'd be
Wrong.
like,
You're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong. That's not the best Goosebumps. All right, the best Goosebumps is the one where they go to the theme park and they get spooked, and it's like a 3-part thing, and it's
Yeah.
the best Goosebumps. Yeah, actually, Kevin, you're an idiot, so I'm sorry.
The one that's like sticking out most prominently in my mind is
I love you.
there's one. I may just be thinking of Children of the Corn. Wait a minute, but I think they're literally, it's like a cornfield and like a farm.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like what exactly happened, but I just remember that one. Like, I remember the setting of that one more so than any other one.
Oh, you remember those scary like book collections where they had the mad freaky drawings? They were like sketch drawings.
yeah.
Yeah. Those were a hot commodity. Let me tell you,
Yes.
fellas, a hot commodity in the elementary school library.
They really were.
What were the ones that were like the great illustrated classics? Because I had a bunch of those. It was like The Invisible Man, like basically anything you would read in high school,
Yeah.
but like dumbed down and with a bunch of pictures. And I had like a ton of those, and I kind of love those.
I'm not sure. I don't remember
know.
reading
I'm too
those.
blind to read.
Yeah. Oh, that's something we didn't even tell the viewers, because also for anybody that's listening, especially if you're on YouTube, you'll notice that we don't have a video version out this time.
Yeah.
But you can still find both. Like, you can find them on SoundCloud and you can find it on YouTube. The links for each of them will be in the description of our SoundCloud and our YouTube. But something that you guys can't see is Collin is actually blind.
Yeah, I told him to take the video off. I got really mad and threw a fit
He
and
did
slammed
not
my
do that.
fist on the table like this. They probably can't hear that. I slammed my fist on the table and I told him, change it.
He did not do that.
Yeah, yeah. I told them to change it because they were excluding people like me. I felt left out that I
That is
couldn't
not
see the
true.
video.
Stop.
That's true. It was all because
No.
of me, guys.
We
No.
were purposefully discriminating against Collin.
No, Colin's a pretty cool dude. We would never do that.
I
But
kicked in the door and I beat him up with my
Yeah.
big ape caveman hands.
That's the real reason we don't have videos, because we're like actually all bruised up and
It's-
bloody.
We're just terrified of Collin.
It's
Yeah.
actually because of my big ape caveman hands. I'm sorry. I'm really self-conscious. I look like a big Neanderthal. Neanderthal, sorry.
Neanderthal. What about Neander shorts?
You know what?
This
We
is
should
off
probably
topic.
just end the podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of Neanderthals, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh my god. Where did that come from?
Because he got a big forehead.
Yeah. Dude, what's your opinion on Jimmy Neutron? What's your favorite episode? This is a nostalgic topic.
My, you know the episode where like, everybody like starts disintegrating.
No,
It was
that
like an
sounds freaky.
Avengers-esque, like
Mr. Neutron, I don't feel so good.
no, honestly, it was like I remember distinctly. Everybody was starting to like. No, it was the parents. The parents disappeared.
That's the movie.
Is that the movie?
That's the movie.
Yeah, they get like abducted by aliens.
That's the movie.
Yeah. Oh, one line I remember from that is like they're building like spaceships.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's like, "Oh, it's not rocket science." And he's like, "Wait, well maybe it is."
Nah, dude.
I
I
didn't know
remember
that
the
was a movie.
scene where they were doing the montage of the kids with no parents, and Sheen was peeing in the shower, and that's all I remember. 'cause
yeah. No, I
He
remember
peeks
that.
out from the curtains with his little Ultra Lord mask out, and he's like, "I'm peeing in the shower."
I remember that.
Oh my god.
Guys,
But,
what's your opinion on peeing in the shower? This is a nostalgic topic. Did your parents ever yell at you for it?
Yeah, but you know, like if you gotta pee, you gotta pee.
Guys, I gotta
Honestly,
be honest. I
I'm
think
a
everybody
little-
pees in the shower.
I'm a little weirded out by it. I don't
Really?
know. I'm just not comfortable with it.
I bet this man actually pees in the shower, but he's just too self-conscious.
That's true. I do sometimes, but only out of necessity.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you get out of the shower, you drip your drippy wet all over the floor,
It's
get
called-
ruin the tile. You're gonna get a towel just to pee?
It's
That's like a
called-
2
no,
second.
it's called going before you shower, Colin.
I can't. I don't have to. The water makes me have to pee.
No, that sounds
That's a
really
real
stupid.
thing.
That
That's a
sounds
real
really
thing.
stupid, but it makes sense.
That's
I
real.
know that's real, but I just rather go beforehand.
I can't.
You-
Kevin, you misunderstand my
That's
whole
like saying I'm gonna eat
point.
before I get hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people
I
do that,
can't
but like,
just
why would
force
you?
you-
Preemptive strike.
I think my body will just like create urine when I get in the shower. It's like, all right,
absorbs
guys,
the water and
water
converts it.
time. All right.
Well, back to the Jimmy Neutron.
Back to Jimmy Neutron peeing in the shower.
But that I didn't know that was the movie. I see. It's been so long since I've watched like those old school. I'm saying old school loosely, but the old school cartoons that I don't like remember vividly.
Oh wait, did you ever watch Rugrats?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Have you seen the fan theory? And I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but it was a fan theory that all of the Rugrats are just a figment of Angelica's imagination. It's like it's
You haven't seen it?
crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, it's wild. She's like addicted to like heroin, and
No, that's not even like.
that's not even a joke.
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
she's
Oh,
like,
wait, really?
yeah,
I'll
she's
look
like
it up.
cracked out of her mind.
I thought that was just Colin being Colin.
No.
No.
She like knew all the kids in the theory, and then like they all died, and she was like, "Oh, I'm big sad." So what she did was she hallucinated a bunch of kids, and now they have like cool adventures.
That's crazy.
And Reptar is her dad. I made that part up.
I don't believe.
Oh my god! Do you remember when they made the spinoff for All Grown Up? Or
All
whatever?
Grown Up sucks.
Jared's leaving. That's our tech guy from last episode. So if you hear him open the door, it's just because he's a jerk. But bye, Jared.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, Jared.
Thanks for leaving.
I'll talk in the mic. Hi guys, how's it going?
No, leave. Nobody wants you here anymore.
Oh my god. That's what Jared's gone. Let's all talk
So
bad word about Jared.
yeah, Jared's
Let's
a
all
Jared's
drink
a
in
dirty,
the
stinky
studio.
man.
Let's all drink in the
They
studio.
don't allow drinks in the studio.
Let's all drink in the studio.
Yeah, Kevin got in trouble last time.
Oh
See?
yeah. If you saw our first podcast, I
Link in
had
bio.
a Diet Pepsi,
Yeah,
and they got big mad.
yeah, he had a Diet Pepsi with him, and he was like, "No drinks in the studio."
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like that. We're over exaggerating it for the sense of comedy, but
I'm nostalgic for Game Theory. Game Theory's been around long enough to be nostalgic for it, right?
Honestly, yeah.
Do you remember when Game Theory was good? There
No.
are some people who say it was never good. And they're probably right. But I was like 12, so.
So yeah,
I'm taking
Jimmy
this mic.
Neutron. we never finished that topic. We need to finish it. Jimmy Neutron, I think, was a really, really good show. You asked me my opinion on it, and I never gave it to you, but I think it was a good show. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like I was telling you guys earlier on when we were discussing Jimmy Neutron, I think the most amazing thing that ever happened was the Jimmy Neutron Fairly Odd Parents mashup, like
Jimmy
Crossover.
Timmy Power Hour.
Jimmy Timmy
Yeah.
Power Hour.
Part 1, 2, or 3. Which one's your favorite?
I only remember the first one.
What?
Honestly, I only remember commercials for it. Like, 'cause that's what sticks out more than anything else. Was
Yeah.
just like knowing that it was going to happen. The excitement for it was more like it was just better than the actual show itself.
Yeah. No, what happened in the first one? Like,
I don't remember. I just remember that I
Exactly.
watched them. Game
I-
Theory. the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was nothing but an ad for the Jimmy Timmy
my
Power
gosh.
Hour
I
the
would
whole
not
time.
doubt that. Honestly.
No, because I remember I had it on like VHS.
What?
Yeah.
They released it on VHS?
Yeah.
Bring it in. I don't believe you.
I don't know if I have it anymore, but
Then
I
it's
did.
fake. It's a false memory.
No, it's not.
Best memory of my childhood by far. Having the VHS of the first 3 episodes of SpongeBob and watching it at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the first 3?
It was okay. It was the caveman episode where they travel in time. It was the leaf blower episode, the mini episode, and then the first one where he gets the job at the Krusty Krab.
Yeah.
So good. I still love SpongeBob.
This is exactly what it looked like, Colin. Take my phone.
Wow.
I wish we
Exactly
could
what
show
it
you
looked
this.
like, huh?
Shut up.
Wow.
Shut up.
Here, let me describe it to you. So it's got the Nickelodeon splatter logo, and then there's a picture of
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron
And Timmy Turner.
He's in Timmy Turner's world, and something. Honestly,
Essentially, it's just the cover art
Yeah.
for.
it's really boring to describe. So I was trying to overdo it. with
If I remember, I'll throw the picture up on the video version.
Make that the thumbnail.
Make that the thumbnail.
Um,
Speaking of Jimmy Neutron,
yeah.
what's your opinion on Fairly Odd Parents?
What? Fairly Odd Parents was a wild ride. of
Dude, did you
emotions.
play the game on the GameCube?
Maybe.
It was actually good.
The game. Oh my God, GameCube games. That's a whole different can of
All
worms.
right, boys.
Yeah.
But let's get into it though.
Okay. So, when I was like 10, my sister was in middle school. She had braces, right?
Yeah.
So she would go to the orthodontist. And at the orthodontist, they had a Nintendo 64
Oh no.
with the Star Wars pod racing game.
Oh my God.
And every single time we went there, I would spend like an hour playing that pod racing game.
My grandma still owns a Nintendo 64 that works perfectly.
Dude.
And especially when I was younger, I used to go over there and I used to play the Toy Story game, like Toy Story video game on GameCube or on N64.
That's
Dude,
where it's at.
My grandma's cool. I have a gamer grandma, legitimately.
Yeah.
She like comes to my house. She's like, "Yeah, I've been playing Skyrim. It's pretty crazy." No, but legitimately, that reminds me of going to my grandma's house and playing Kingdom Hearts. Have you guys played Kingdom Hearts?
I have not, but
It
my,
is
my
not
cousins were
good.
super obsessed. So.
It is not good.
Really?
Yeah, it has a big fandom. I mean, I like it, but for not good reasons.
No.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, yeah, what
Why
other
do
reasons?
I like it?
Yes.
It's just really goofy. He like runs around with Donald and Goofy in like Final Fantasy world, and like Final Fantasy's dead serious. So the guys are like, "Oh, dude, the world's ending," and then Donald Duck's like, "As long as we're friends, dude, we can do anything, dude."
God. What just happened?
Could you-
I hope we do the rest of the podcast in that voice.
Yeah,
He
but
That's
more like a
exactly what
baby
Kingdom
than a
Hearts
dog.
is, dude. Dude, no, it's just Donald Duck going, dude, as long as we're friends, dude. You can do anything. Yeah, it like tries to get mad deep, and he's like, "Guys, I need my friends." But GameCube though,
oh my God, yeah, the GameCube.
Mario
games.
Party on the GameCube. Did you play?
Listen, yes, I played it, but the game that really stands out for me is like the Spider-Man games on GameCube.
Which spider? There's multiple. Which one?
All of them.
All of them?
Yes.
Did you play the Hulk game
Yes, I think so actually.
where you run around the Hulk and you run up buildings, dude? It's
Yeah.
big good. Big good.
I'm seeing one specifically in my mind, and I'm wanting to say it was like Spider-Man 2.
Ooh, yeah. Nah, that was on PS2 and like Xbox 2. Spider-Man 2 is big good.
No, I definitely played it on PlayStation, but I remember being on GameCube,
Yeah.
and I was Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and I was flying around in like a purple square. Like it wasn't like a city. It was
That was a fever dream. It's not real.
No, I promise. I was Spider-Man, and it was like
I'm gonna look up Spider-Man GameCube purple
Dude,
cube.
no, actually do it because I remember that distinctly.
I remember my brother getting the Xbox 360, and it came with the Spider-Man 3 game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Forza. I like Forza better because I don't know. I wasn't a Spider-Man fan.
This one? Was it this one? Does that cover art look familiar?
It looks familiar.
Yeah, when you edit that, throw that cover art in there.
Okay.
Make that cover art the thumbnail.
I can't make everything the thumbnail.
Just make that cover art like the video.
Put a Spider-Man mask on Jimmy Neutron and make that the thumbnail.
Oh my god.
So just have like Jimmy Neutron hair covered by a Spider-Man mask. Dude, I wish I had hair like that.
Me too.
Who's his stylist?
A vacuum cleaner with the little, the little like arm thing.
Yeah.
He just takes his hair and goes
Like one of the handheld Dysons.
yes.
Sticks it on his head every morning.
That's so good. What am I remembering? I'm remembering Spider-Man.
What about
That's a false memory, dude.
No, that's a
You're
real
remembering
memory.
you had sleep paralysis, dude, and you saw Spider-Man flying around your room.
No, it was like a purple room. Okay, actually, the room was black, but then like there was like purple lines forming like a grid.
So that's like Saints Row.
Oh, I think I might know what that is. I
You-
think
yeah.
that is Spider-Man 1, because there might have been like a tutorial level or something.
Maybe it
where
was a
it's-
tutorial.
Yeah. Actually, now that I remember, no, that's not the tutorial with Spider-Man 1, because I remember that's all I'd played, and it was freaky, because you're in like a black void with just like buildings around, and there's like a narrator. He's like, "Oh, Spidey, it's not Stan Lee." I almost said Bruce Lee. It's not Stan Lee. But I don't know where he's going with this, dude.
Oh my
I
God,
just
wait.
remember it so vividly.
Wait, maybe it was a red room. Hold
Red
up.
room.
I'm looking at a video.
Let me see this. Let me read this in Braille.
Yes,
Make that
it totally
thumbnail.
was this. It was Spider-Man that came out in 2002. It was the basic training walkthrough.
I remember that. I remember that
Yes.
so vividly.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
it's just a black room with like a red line grid on the sides.
And the narrator is talking about making a sandwich for like 40 minutes. That's an
Yeah.
exaggeration, but he does talk about making a sandwich.
Oh, I remember that so much.
And then he comes back, and there was too much mustard. I remember that so vividly. That's so weird that that's all I remember about that game.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that would not be in a Spider-Man game.
it's 100% in
No,
it,
that
though.
is. The narrator guy, he's like, all right, Spider-Man, climb this building. And then you do. He's like, I've got to make a sandwich. And then he comes back, and he's like, oh. And you like hear him eating a sandwich, and the mic is like, too much mustard.
No, that was a major part of my
Pizza
childhood.
time.
Yeah, oh my god. You're late. I'm not paying for that. Classic.
Speaking of pizza, what's your favorite childhood pizza?
Oh god, I don't know. I was raised.
chicken.
No, not. Well, yeah, that too, I guess, but brand.
Oh,
Like Papa John's. I have a strong affinity for Papa John's, even though
Oh my
it
God.
kind of sucks. Because
I
as a kid,
listen. I had never had Papa John's for like 15 years, and then when I was 15, I was at my friend Steven's house. Shout out to Steven, even though I know he's not going to listen to this because he doesn't support me. I'm kidding. I love you, Steven. Anyway, I was at Steven's house, and his mom was like, "Well, you want Papa John's for dinner?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What do you mean? Do I want Papa John's for dinner? I've never had Papa John's. I don't want that for dinner." And they ordered Papa John's anyway, and so they ordered Papa John's, and I was like, "Okay, this looks like pizza. I'll just try it." And then I tried it, and oh my god, it was the best thing I'd ever eaten.
yeah, Papa John's is good, but Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut's garbage. Pizza
No.
Hut has way
Alright,
too much
You're
grease.
wrong. Listen,
Screw
you
Pizza
don't
Hut.
get the pizza from Pizza Hut. You're both eating it wrong.
Domino's is like cardboard.
I've
it
never
tastes
had
like
it.
you're eating Domino's.
No. Pizza Hut, the Pizzone, before they took it away. Have you had the Pizzone?
No.
Wait,
Then you don't get to judge Pizza Hut because that's the only good thing. And their wings are actually good.
did
But
you
that's
ever
the only
go
good
to
thing on the menu.
Did you ever go to CiCi's Pizza?
Oh my god, yeah.
the
There,
buffet.
there was one.
Oh my god.
There was one in Kokomo.
I have
that-
some freaky memories of that.
I've only been to CiCi's once, and it was recently. There's like one more in Indiana, and I went to it, and it's disgusting.
I
It's
remember-
literally it's the floors are greasy. Everybody there was, I don't know, just CiCi's pizza people, I guess. The bathrooms were disgusting, and everyone was slipping around on the pizza grease. It smelled like Pine Sol. It was just a
But-
freaky place.
Even all things considered, that was still like my favorite place as a kid.
Yeah.
Their white pizza, I would just like take the whole thing and eat it.
Dude, I
Oh
don't
my
remember.
Lord.
I don't remember eating it, but I remember there was one in Kokomo that I think I've gone to, and it was right across the street from a strip club, and the strip club was called Big Daddy's, I think. No, that's a vivid memory from my childhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember necessarily like eating it. I just remember like going there.
I remember going there, getting the white pizza and their cinnamon pizza.
Yeah.
Or cinnamon breadsticks. And they always had Boomerang cartoons playing on the TVs. So I would watch Smurfs and eat like buffet pizza. And it was like the worst pizza ever, but I loved it because I was like 2 and I had no idea what good pizza is.
Yeah.
I did like my experience at CiCi's Pizza. It was disgusting, but it was like weirdly cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's like the dive bar of pizza. They're disgusting on purpose, guys.
It's like the strip club buffet of pizza.
Wait, what's like when you think of like your childhood and you think of like I'm saying this loosely, but high quality like places you've gone to eat. What was like a place like if you were really good for like your parents or like your grandparents or whatever? Where would they take you?
Sam's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get chicken tenders with honey mustard.
Oh.
And it was sort of like Charleston's.
Oh yeah, give it to me, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Applebee's.
No, I'm not even playing. Applebee's and Texas Roadhouse were the places my parents took me.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Big Texas Roadhouse guys.
Yeah.
My dad's side.
Yeah.
I've never been to Texas Roadhouse, but Applebee's, they don't give you a lot of portions, all right? But listen, hear me out. Hear me out about Applebee's.
Get the 2 for $20 at Applebee's.
Applebee's gets a lot of flack, and I do understand, but I don't think it's valid because I love Applebee's, and nothing can change my opinion because I'm nostalgia blind. But Applebee's, okay, you go there, you get the pretzels with the beer cheese, all right?
Yeah.
Big big delicious meal, and then you got to get the wings, all right? Because that's all I eat at Applebee's, and I don't know anything else. You got to get like the Asian wings or the classic wings.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Honestly, though,
what?
Can we just talk about something real quick?
What?
I think Applebee's gets all the hate that Chili's should get.
Yeah.
Chili's is like really trashy.
Chili's is garbage. Screw Chili's.
But everyone talks doo-doo about Applebee's.
Yeah.
When really, they should be talking smack about Chili's. Because I hate that place.
Whenever I go to Applebee's, like if I'm just with my mom or if I'm just with my dad or something, they have like a 2 for $20 or a 2 for $25 like meal option where you can obviously get 2 meals for that price. And they have a pretty decent selection as far as that goes. But you get those 2 meals, you get your drinks, and you get an appetizer for 20 or 25. Actually, I think they changed it to 22 and 25 because they need money. but
Because all these Applebee's haters are taking their business away.
Yeah.
You guys need to stop. Stop
bully.
Everybody, we have an announcement to make.
But yeah, so I used to go to Applebee's with my mom, and I would get stuff like obviously they have chicken tenders on that menu, but also I'm a big ribs dude. I love ribs. I could eat ribs all day. But then they have like an 8-ounce steak and stuff like that. So I'd get like the 8-ounce, and then I would get like fries as my side or whatever. But as far as the appetizers go, we would always get the Asian wings. I dip them in blue cheese. And oh my God.
You disgust me.
No, blue cheese is really good. And like you were saying about Applebee's, it gets too much flack. It doesn't deserve it. That's because I'm nostalgia blind. But
I love Applebee's. Nothing will ever change my mind, dude.
Let's go to Applebee's.
Let's go to the Applebee's at Pendleton Pike. They know me.
Honestly,
legitimately.
I'm not opposed.
They're my real family. I've like, it's weird. I have like really fond memories of Golden Corral, even though I hate that place now.
I've only went to Golden Corral once that I can remember, and it was literally like
not worth
a month or 2 ago.
It's like you go to a cafeteria, but it's the food they put in the trash. That's what they have at Golden Corral. Trash food from a cafeteria.
Like I was saying, I've only went like once that I can remember, and it was literally like a couple months ago. It was actually for like we went to see a movie as a field trip for my school, and then we went to Golden Corral after. But we all had like we were doing called a plate for plate contest, where we could see who eats the most plates of food, and it had to be full plates too. So everybody who participated threw in $1, and whoever ate the most plates would get like the pot. Yeah. So it was like 10
won?
15 people that were participating.
Who
so,
won?
I'll get to that. So
Who won?
most of
It was Nate.
most of my friends are like absolute units. So like,
Look at the size in all of the size of this laugh.
no, I'm serious. Like, so most of these guys are absolute units, and you would think they'd be able to down like a lot of plates of food. I ate my first plate, and like I said, they were full plates, but I ate my first plate, and I was like, oh my god, I'm full already. So it was rough, and I got up to 4 before I tapped out. But all of my unit friends also tapped out at like 4, and then there was this one skinny guy. His name's Nate as well, but Nate ate like 6 plates of food and won the pot, and I was so upset because I was like, all of the units failed today.
Okay. I have one last thing to say,
Yeah.
and I've said it before. It's about MCL, but I want to say it again because I feel like more people should hear it because I hate that place.
Go for it.
MCL is like the cafeteria at an old folks' home turned into a restaurant.
It's
That's all
like
I'm saying.
how Golden Corral is
What
the
is
cafeteria's
MCL?
trashed food. Yeah. Like MCL is
that cafeteria.
no MCL is Golden Corral's trashed food.
Honestly, no. I think MCL is a little bit higher end than Golden Corral, but it's also straight out of a nursing home. That's the only vibe I get when I walk in there.
Yeah.
Because it's only old people and their families. Because my grandma would force us to go there.
What is MCL?
It's like a
It's literally like a cafeteria.
yeah.
Oh, my mom threatened to take me there because I was being bad once instead of going to a real dinner. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. I remember, like, I think it might be my 7th or 8th grade year, and we were, like, school shopping. I was being a bad boy.
It's
I
the
was
kind of
I was revving
restaurant.
up my Harley, being a bad boy, and then my mom was like, "You know what? We're not going. We're not going to get dinner at like Applebee's or something. I'm gonna take you to whatever cafe."
MCL.
And I was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's you go through a line. It's like a school cafeteria." I was like, "Ugh, what?"
Yeah, that's my point. It's the kind of restaurant you threaten to take your kids to.
Anybody who goes there was threatened to go there.
Honestly.
So we've been talking about a lot of stuff here, and we never really got to the main point, but that's
Or
okay.
Any point.
Yeah, or any point. This has kind of just been us rambling
Yeah,
about
we did.
nostalgia. The original idea of this podcast, which it obviously did not turn into, was we were going to discuss nostalgia and how it has affected our lives to this point, which we kind of have.
Yeah, we did.
But-
Applebee's. That's still important to me.
But no, I mean, like, how has our past turned us into who we are today? And we didn't really get to that point. However, I still think we did talk about some like pretty funny things.
Okay.
So
I say let's call this a part 1.
part 1.
Honestly, we should continue this
When is part 2?
tomorrow.
No, it is not
'Cause
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah. Well, whenever this uploaded, this will probably be uploaded like Monday. So,
but we should hopefully get it out in a shorter time frame than we did the first one and this one.
yeah.
It's okay, guys. I'll bang on their door with my big Hulk fists
Yeah.
from Walmart.
And
I'll
then
bang really hard.
He'll beat us up like he did this time.
I'll beat them up. I'll pick them up by their collar, and I'll say, "Podcast time," and then I'll, like, throw them in the room really hard.
It's podcast time.
Podcast time.
Podcast time.
So yeah, I guess this is just gonna be part 1, and then we'll go more into detail next time.
Is this
Yeah.
on? This is on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah, SoundCloud and
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's epic.
Heck yeah, it is.
Thank you for tuning in to Trying Our Hardest with
Nate and Kevin.
and Kevin and our special guest.
Colin.
I thought you were Kevin.
Wait.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey guys, it's me. I'm the real Kevin.
This is
Hey,
nostalgia.
it's
This is
me.
giving me nostalgia
Fake
from the
Kevin
beginning.
here.
From the beginning of our podcast here. Yeah, so this has been Trying Our Hardest with
That was
Nate.
clever. I like that.
Thank you. This has been Trying Our Hardest with Nate, Kevin, and our special guest Colin. Yeah,
Hit
make
that
sure you
bell.
subscribe, like, hit the bell if you're on YouTube.
Small freaking like button.
Hit the freaking like button, yeah.
Hit the comment.
yeah.
Hit the comment button.
And then type in Colin is a big loser.
Type in Colin is a big loser on YouTube.
Colin has big meaty hands.
Yes. And then if you're on SoundCloud, make sure you like the what, you can't say video. What just like the audio, I guess.
Yeah, like the podcast.
Like the podcast, and make sure to follow us
Wait.
on there. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your day. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.
Wait.
What, Colin?
No, we're done.
Okay.
All right, thank you. We're done.
All right, bye, guys.
Make sure to hit the bell.